Yo, man, what's up? Yo, what up, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the Tim Black Show. What's up, Wolfpack? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? I'm going to say what's up to my moderators. Buck Bewley, Ebony, and Black Mamba in the building. All right. Yeah, that's right. We starting off good. Yo, what's going on? Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good. I got my people on deck. Make sure we are live and the volume's up loud enough. So I had to brighten up. Buck said, Tim, you got to brighten the lights. You brighten the lights. Can you see me? I'm in here. Wolfpack in the house. Elizabeth, how you doing? Skeptical. What's up, Skep? Stumani's in the building. PWX 900's in the building. The P90X. P90X. I did the P90X in about a decade, man. I was on P90X. Oh, PW90X. My bad. Who's this? Is that a Bree? Shalom. Calvin. William Mays. TGIF.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said.
Yeah. PWX. All right. We're live on a lot of... Look, we're live everywhere. What's up, Ali? I see you up in the comments, Ali. I appreciate you holding it down for me. Representing. We're on a lot of platforms tonight. We're on YouTube, as always, but we're also on Facebook and X, Rumble, and Kick. Can I kick it? Man, so everybody get locked and loaded, man. We're about to have some fun tonight. We're about to earn our keep. See, when I was coming up, when I was a young man, you had to earn your keep. Yeah, you're part of the family. We love you and everything. You came out your mother's uterus, but you got to earn your keep. Because love don't put no blizzies in the pan. My oldest son told me what a blizzy is. I didn't know what a blizzy was. Don't they sell those down at the Sonic Blizzy? No, those are blizzards, Dad. Blizzies are hot dogs. Oh, learned something, didn't you? A lot of you old heads didn't know what a blizzy was. They got a thing now. You can't get caught eating one in front of people. Not if you're a guy. Oh, you're going to hear about it, Johnson. There are videos of guys in mid-bite of a blizzy and the camera just freezes on him. Like, nah, I wouldn't go eat that. Nah, I wouldn't. I don't know, man. It's you know, I was a little bit too young for Porky's, but I know what it was. Some of you old heads know what Porky's was. That was when the white kids. I don't know if you guys noticing that, but Black Americans been most of the times a lot more conservative than white America. I don't think a lot of white people understand this. Like naturally, like when I was in high school, when I was coming up, should we go there? Should we go there before we get to ICE? Are we in a safe environment? When I was coming up, man, it was like, black girls didn't do things white girls did. You really wanted to have fun, you had to go get you a white girl, because black girls didn't do stuff. Shh, don't tell nobody. People get offended. They hate truth. Because a lot of black kids grew up in the church. Like, I went to church 4 days a week. I don't know if white kids got ass whoopers if they didn't feel good enough to go to church. Oh, you gonna go to church? Oh, I don't. You don't know Jesus like we know Jesus. And for some of the young girls, it worked. RJ 2000 has a verse about it. How's everybody doing tonight? We're going to have a good time tonight. If you're new to the show, this is a U.S. politics show, but we talk about black culture. We talk about breaking news. I'm a commentator. I'm not a news reporter, so I talk about all types of things. In a commentary, I give my opinion. I tell you what happened. I tell you why it happened. And I give you something to consider as you try to form your own opinions about it. I have opinions. And you have opinions. And we kind of put our opinions together. That's what we do here on the Tim Black Show. That's what this is. It's a commentary channel. We have working really hard to rebrand this into a commentary channel because that's more true to the essence of what I like doing. And when you get my age, you get to do what you want. You don't have to ask for permission. I don't need nobody permission. So now, guys, we've been having a conversation for a couple days. I know some people feel a little tapped out on the situation. I feel you. We got to do it again. Yeah, they come out with new information. I got to go back and I got to explain. Now, yesterday I had the good fortune to have my brother, Dr. Musa Abdullah, on the show. Give it up for Dr. Musa Abdullah over there at All Things Education Official.
What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
We talked about this. We talked about the shooting that occurred in Minnesota, Renee Good. And it wasn't good. We discussed it. We went, we talked about a number of things. But you know what? Today is a new day because they put out a new clip. And I want y'all to know, a lot of people are missing. They're missing the field for the trees. They're not thinking straight. Their brains are not working in full capacity mode. They stuck in emotion. They're missing the whole point. I said they stuck in emotion. They're missing the whole point, fam. Check it out. And I mean this with all sincerity, fam. Look. How we get here? I said how we get here. I don't mean by, the Lord. I don't know if you might be atheist. I don't mean by atoms or a spacecraft drop you off. What they believe? Tom Cruise and the gang. Not that shit. I'm talking about how do we get here where we are at each other's throats about a shooting, an ICE agent shooting a white woman in the middle of the street in her car in the face a couple times. How we get here though? Yeah, I know that's the details. Why? Because we got a problem with immigration and we ain't solved it. And we've been here as a country for how long? And we still don't know how we want to treat this shit. And every time we get a president, we get a different set of agenda items. That's really why we're here, Johnson. We're really here because we can't make our mind up. Do we want to bust in all the free labor we could possibly get? Or do we want to be America first and continue to, use the hell out of the people that live here already? Citizens. Like, we can't make our minds up. I mean, capitalism gonna capitalize. So that's already a given, right? But see, the thing is, man, we got people that don't understand. They don't want to look at it that way. They're looking at this one ICE incident. Also, I want to consider maybe if the media wouldn't put a battery in the back. This woman, Renee, ain't even from Minneapolis. You realize she's an activist, an immigration activist, part of the Immigration Watch activists, Watch ICE activist organization who go around jumping and putting their cars. They try to find out where ICE gonna be, and they go there to divert and obstruct. That's the intention of the organization. Because see, some people are under the intention, the frame that she's just a mother dropping a kid off just on her way home, minding her business. Y'all funny. Y'all leave that shit out, don't y'all? I got it in here. It's in the videos. But still, it's still bigger than that. It's still bigger than the individual. Because she wouldn't even have been here doing that. She would have had no reason to do that if we didn't have no reason to deport. And we wouldn't have no reason to deport anybody if we had a proper immigration system, right? Right? That's how it happened. Because we don't have a proper immigration system. And because Democrats and Republicans been running on this shit forever. They don't want to solve the problem because then they'd have to run on other things. Like our money. Like making our money right. Look, man, I'm so upset because we got people who not getting it, Johnson. This shit a distraction from my paper. How you gonna let people distract you from your wallet? Every 4 years. How y'all do that? I'm trying to tell you, the real culprit, the real person you should be calling out, the real entity we need to be all addressing are our politicians, are the people that set these things in motion that use this every 4 years as a political football in order to get votes, to raise donations. We got Democrats telling citizens, we need to get tough. We got to fight back. What they talking about? Exactly. You mean like they fought back when Obama was in office? Oh, you mean fought back like they did with Biden when he was in office and said, everybody, come on. Come on in, everybody. Everybody come in. I went down to the border. I didn't even go to the border. I know where the border is. Why would I go there? Instead of fixing any of this immigration shit, your border czar, Kamala Harris, didn't even go to the border. But y'all want to blame her, though. And I'm not saying let the cop off. I'm not saying let the ICE agent off the hook. We gonna find out. But I'm telling you the footage doesn't look good for the Dems, the liberals. Yeah, Johnson. Don't look good. I've been covering this stuff too long, man, to allow you guys to not get the bigger picture. So we're going to get into all of it, man. A woman was shot by an ICE agent. It's tragic on the surface. It's very obvious. It's this woman's life. But what politicians, activists, and other media are not telling you is the system that created this chaos is the real problem. That's your problem. It's sort of like, why can't we have health care? Why do we have homelessness? It never go on there. Why do we have these things? Instead of being pissed off, you got homeless people riding on the trains acting crazy, or we got people with psychological disorders on the train attacking others from time to time. You should say, why are they like that and why aren't they somewhere else? No one wants to talk about that. Instead, we want to run around attacking each other about an outcome that could have been prevented if we gave a damn to begin with. When I say we, I don't mean you and I. Fam, there is not a problem in America that can't be solved with money. We build electric cars, semiconductors. We can't build a solution to immigration. We can't build a solution to the mental health challenges this country has. We can't come up with just too big a problem, Tim. We've been in there constantly working on it. We just can't figure it out. I don't have enough fingers to count on it. I can't count any higher than 10, Tim. We try really hard to figure it out. I'm trying to tell you, man, I understand you want to go on some other channels. You want to be riled up. You want to be pissed off. You want to get a dopamine shot of some BS to go after one side, to go after the Republicans because you a Democrat by heart. That's what you really are. Peel away the scab a little bit and scratch a little bit. You're a Democrat. It's okay. You grew up that way. It's in your blood. You deep down think they're better. But see, my people have been voting for them for 7 years, and we are worse off than we were when we first started voting for their ass. So that shit don't work for me. It could work for you. You're not worse off since you've been voting for them. My people are. Sorry, we're not the same. Oh, okay, I get it. Maybe you're on the other side. You think, oh, God, Tim, great, let's go after the Democrats. Let's get them. These Marxist communists, we have to get them. I heard it's a guy on Twitter. I don't know, I think Elon, we tweeted him one time, and I got to keep on hearing from him. I want to say that things are really upset. I was going to curse. The Marxist communists and the horrible Democrats, they're doing this, and they're destroying our country, and I want to... Motherfucker, do you have any solutions for anything that don't point at Democrats shitting on them? Look, guys. Look. I'm good for that 6 days a week, but on the 7th day, and I'm getting tired of the fucking noise, I got to come out and tell you some things that are super duper real. We got to keep it all the way real, Johnson. Nobody wants to solve the problem. America killed this woman. It's like my favorite quote from Devil in a Blue Dress. If you ain't want her dead, why you leave her with us? They put the battery in her back. They made her think she was doing the right thing, being an activist, trying to save the poor homeless, the poor suffering migrants from having to go back to their countries. And then we can have a whole nother conversation about why those countries suck. And it's going to lead right back to, right back to us, America, not you and I. I watched the video, man. I see these two members of the LGBTQ community. Looks nothing like the picture that they keep floating around of this lady, but they're good. May she rest in peace. She had a half a head shave, a nose ring. Her partner look as more butch than Marjorie Taylor Greene. Make Marjorie Taylor Greene look like, what's the woman that plays on Landman? I don't know. Look like Suzanne Summers in her heyday. I don't pay attention to the white girls like that. Now, she makes Renee Good's girlfriend makes Marjorie Taylor Greene look like Sydney Sweeney. And I heard y'all like Sydney Sweeney. I've been trying to figure out why all this noise is being made about this little white boy. I can't figure it out. Somebody let me know. Wake me up. Wake me up when we get there. Oh, yeah, it's going to be one of those nights. I keep telling y'all. You came to the wrong building if you expect nice talk. This is the most dangerous show in America for a reason. I'm about to tell you shit you're not going to hear it anywhere else. How else am I going to go viral? I can't be playing around with you. I got to give you the straight truth. America's so jacked up. The only way to win is to tell the truth. Everybody else scared for their damn job, scared for their reputation, scared what people going to say to them. They'd rather lie to you to make more money. Some people talk that black shit for about 2 seconds. Then when the white people leave, they talk, boy, go back and talk that white shit. I saw ya. I see ya. We're going to ride out on this truth. I said a lot, but know this. America killed this woman. Just like he killed Tamir Rice. America didn't literally kill Tamir, but America did it. Because you put a battery in the back of the cops and made them scared of little black boys that never consider black boys as boys, only see black boys as grown-ass, scary men, villains, animals. To make the cop think, hey, I got to shoot this person. This could be my big chance to be a big-time cop. He looks to be at least 25, and he's got a gun in his hand. He's probably going on a race war by himself to kill all the whites, though he hasn't shot anyone. In fact, there's been no reports of gunshots at all. But he's got to be at least 25, maybe 32. Boy was 12 years old. Somebody made it that way, though. Get what I'm saying? Now, for other channels, they can sit in the mud all day and make their money talking about the food fight. And all I'm saying is, maybe we could be a little bit smarter. Maybe we could be a little bit more dangerous and go after the big shit. We could talk about the real thing. And the real thing is that my volume okay? I got 2 mics on. I don't know if that sounded crazy. I had 2 mics going. I don't need 2 Tims talking. The real deal is that the real problem, let's address the real problem. The real problem are these political parties. And that we, being human beings, are so easy to fool. We're so easily triggered. Now, don't get me wrong, not everybody's triggered by this shit. Ah, man. Some people smoking blunts. Just got through watching that new movie, I Didn't Have a Choice. I heard it was a good movie. I don't know. I hate reading. I don't go to movies to read. I know it's going to have captions. I might check it out, though. I might have to. Here, one more good review on this movie. I got to watch it. But some people are having a drink of wine, a glass of wine, and minding their business and not focusing on this. And when it even pops up, they go, I can't watch this. I can't watch it. But tonight, we're going to go where most people won't go. And this is the reason why you're a paid member of the 10 Black Wolfpack, right? You're a paid member of the VIP club of this channel because of this type of dialogue. Because you know there's one place you can go, no matter what's going on. And know you're going to get the straight, real commentary that's going to be serious, to the point, hardcore, real, and not afraid of either side of the party, right? That's why you support this show. People leaving is just a figment of my imagination. Got to get my glasses fixed. I always got A's in gym, not math. Y'all ready, fam? Let's get into this. This is the Tim Black Show, the most dangerous show in America. Tonight, we're going to address this. The title is The ICE Shooting Isn't the Real Problem. Was that it? Oh, it's not the real story. Yeah, that's not the real story. Let's do it. Okay, cool.
Next up, with Tim Black.
Be advised, the following images may be disturbing to some viewers.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former fucking president. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the fucking car. Get out of the car.
Oh! Stop there. Stop there. Back it up. Do you care to retort? Are you still going to hold the position that there was no contact between the officer and the car? Or are we still going to hold the position that these are just nice young lady out for a drive and bad cops jumped in front of her car and executed her, cold blood and broad daylight? Are we going to admit there was an interaction between the two and that these two first of all, guys, I didn't even know there was a passenger in the car. See, this is what they do to us. This is what they do. See, things start getting murky. It's okay. They do it all the time. They leave shit out. How many people didn't know that there was two people in that car when the shooting happened? How many people didn't know that one of them said, "Drive, baby, drive"? I didn't know. And I do this. I don't go do other jobs and come do this like I used to when I first started. Used to have a day job, then I do this in the night. Now, this is all I do, and I still didn't know until today when they put out this clip that showed, hey, there was a person with her goading it on the whole time, talking shit to the freaking ICE agents. Yeah, go get a lunch. You want to mess with us? Go pack a lunch, big boy. Go pack a lunch, big man. Okay, sure. Fuck with us. Yeah, you'll see us again later like you've been seeing us. Because they've been doing this. They've been running around fucking with ICE. That's been their job. They're part of an activist organization that goes around messing with them. Now, this may have a reason to do, or might have a reason, might lead a little bit towards motive or a little bit to the predisposition that ICE was tired of them specifically. That's why the escalation was so quick. Okay, I'm not defending what the ICE agent did. I'm giving you context you didn't even know existed. But I'm tired, so I'm not going to sit. I was sitting on the fence before. Now I'm not even, I can't even see the fence from where I'm at now. I'm not saying the shooting was justified, but I understand. Yo, I used to get smacked upside the head for even being around a fight. I come home, I say, Mom, they was fighting. Where was they fighting? They was fighting out in school. How you know? Because I was watching. Did she just shoot me? God damn. What I tell you, when people fight, what you do? Bring your ass home. So that's how I was raised. So they was in the thick of shit because they wanted to be in the thick of shit. Doesn't excuse her death, doesn't mean you get to take her life, but it's different now because you want to do this. Folks, once upon a time being an activist in the 60s, see, when we see, hold on, man. Hold on, Johnson. We good? I can't be distracted. This is important, what I'm about to do. This is important. Yeah, this will work. I gotta understand. I can't do this. There we go. I got zoned in. See, in the 60s, when we had real shit to protest about, people was willing to die for that shit. They were doing it knowing they could be maimed, they could be severely injured, they could be killed. They understood that. They understood what they were up against, and they were making a trade-off that it was worth their lives. Black Americans said, you know what, we might die trying to get the right to vote. It is worth it to us. Fannie Lou Hamer was beat by grown men in a prison just because she was trying to register black people to vote. Do you understand what I'm saying? See, once upon a time, activism in America was life or death. And we knew the job was dangerous when we took it. These people are being activists for fun. Some people are doing activist work to come up. No shame on some of these people, but they are full of shit. It's a hobby. They have things in their lives they're not happy about, and they use this as an escape valve. This is a release valve of all their tensions. And since they can't fix anything in their lives, they want to go after some bigger issue and pour all their soul into it. But they don't really want the drama. They don't want the problems. They damn sure don't want to be broken into pieces. And they're not ready for what comes after they do it. See, what you got to understand is these people are part-time activists. They're not fully committed. But see, when you sign up, you're part of the game now. You're part of this. It's the same thing they're finding out when you go sign up. I want to go to college. Sign up, join the armed services, join the Marines, join the Navy, join the Air Force, join the Army. I want to go see the world. I need to pay my college tuition. I haven't figured out what I want to do yet. And then your ass end up in Fallujah. And nobody gives a fuck that you don't like bullets or blood or shooting other people or being shot. No one cares. That's the game. I'm not saying it's okay she got her life taken. That's a tragedy. I'm not going to keep saying it because we are human beings and we understand. As far as we know, we only get through one life. Okay? And anybody who loses theirs prematurely, it's a tragic situation. Right? But let's stop pretending that these people were not in it. You know, if you're out there on the corner and you slinging crack, H, whatever, and then people come around, and the stick-up boys that come with it, somebody want to rob you, you get shot, they come with it. You on the wrong turf, you get shot. I came up in the crack era, it come with the game. You either out or you in. Once you realize, they giving out how much time they get? Oh, shit. Where Jerry at? Jerry got killed last week. Oh, shit. I went to school with Jerry. Yeah, when you realize it's real out here in the field, what I'm telling you is these people are not playing real. These people are cosplaying. It's sort of like these people, everybody want to be a politician. The urban politician, the street politicians, the student politicians. Not really politicians. Just people that see a lane to get some money, come up a little bit. That's all. Not really politicians, not really even journalists, not really anything except somebody who can talk, who said, ooh, here's a good lane for me. It's a good thing to do. I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying, you cosplaying. That's fine. That's fine. It's like T.I. saying here, comedian. Got no jokes, no punchlines. I mean, anybody can say they something. So what I'm saying is, these people were in the game saying they are activists. Not understanding the gravity. They are taunting cops. They're taunting ICE. Now, if you want to tell me that ICE is as unpredictable, shady, and bad at their jobs as you've been telling me, why the hell are you poking at them? My mom always told me, when I ask her, do a dog bite, she say, it got teeth, don't it? How you think it eats? That makes sense. Real simple. She didn't have to go get a master's degree to figure that shit out. These two young ladies, they thought this was a game. But why are they doing it though, Tim? Why are you making them the villain, Tim? Why are they such bad guys? Okay, Tim, they didn't realize the gravity. Hey, most people, if they knew this could be their last day on Earth, they would rethink some things, Tim. So what are you saying? What I'm saying is, we reward this bullshit. There's something wrong with our system where people's lives are so empty that they want to do this. There's something wrong with our system when our systems are so dysfunctional that they feel a need to do this. That we even have an issue like this to deal with. That's what I'm trying to drive at, fam. Right? But as I watched that clip, loss of life, bad thing, but you there on your own accord. When your girlfriend said, drive, baby, drive. You did that for a reason. You where you want to be, doing what you want to do. Shit went sideways. Sometimes it goes to the left. Anybody would tell you that sometimes things go to the left. You can have all types of great plans, but if you live in the street life, you live in a dangerous life, you in the game, sometimes things go left. The whole world don't stop because something went left. You playing the games of cops and robbers. You poking people with guns. Frankly, fam, I feel a little bit, I'm a little torn to even feel bad at all because I got a problem with people that want to play with feds. Yeah, like, that's stupid privileged people games. I saw the video of the black guy doing something similar, and I tore his ass up. Why? Because you black. When you're a black man, he looks 6'2". When you're a black man, 6'2", 6'3", taunting a 5'10" white guy with a gun at an ICE agent or Department of Homeland Security guy, whatever, with a bunch of, and you are taunting and grabbing his gun, then you act surprised when he hits you with a non-lethal something? Then you want to take off your coat like you gonna get at him? We need to remove you from black people. You don't have any respect for historically what we've been through. You doubting all the evidence that shows they will kill your ass and throw you in a ditch. Nigga, they are still finding black people that were killed and thrown in ditches. Up as recently as 5 years ago, I've covered stories of whole groups of black people behind old jails, buried in mass graves in America that people didn't even know about. They didn't even tell the family. Family didn't even know where their loved one is. Oh, they just threw them behind her. Turns out they died in jail, they just buried them. Kept it moving. John Doe their ass and kept it moving. You are playing with you're playing with our historical record of how black people get treated. You're doing it because you think it's sweet. For the record, there was some nice Jewish boys that ended up in a ditch right beside black kids, behind some black boys and girls during the civil rights era. They'd take them too. They did. So, we're going to calm down. We're going to get back on track. So that's where we're coming from. That's the point of this. And I just want to drive that point home, fam. That I saw this clip, and that doesn't justify everything. He could have stepped. He could have not walked in front of the truck. Fam, I seen videos where cops jumped on top of the hood and lit the car up. Where y'all been? I need to start watching this show. I see them. Woman and a man, black woman and black woman, black man and black woman in the car. I didn't see it, but this was the story. They did something. I guess they ran from the cops. Cops chased them, and when they cornered them, I guess they thought that they had a gun or something, and the cops just, all the cops just emptied, like, I don't know, 100 rounds into the car. They hadn't shot any cops. But you think you can, like, drive your vehicle next to them and be ordered to get out and you can just pull off and that happen. I told y'all last show, I saw a black mother with 3 kids in her car, and the cop shut at the car when she did this shit. Broad daylight, by himself, she unarmed. Wasn't that long ago, Johnson. That was like 6 years ago. I mean, it's not even a time or place. It's happening all the time. It all depends on what cop you get. And my thing is the same thing I say about Trump. Everybody keeps telling me Trump is fascist. Trump is Hitler. That's all I keep hearing from the Democrats. And then when he does anything, you act shocked. So which one is it? And if he is Hitler, and if he is Mussolini, and he's all these horrible people, why do you keep on fucking with him? I'm just asking. Because there were blocks I couldn't go down in certain neighborhoods. My brother would be like, man, Tim, my little brother, he was in the streets deep. Man, don't go, man. You was over there? Yeah, I was over there. Man, don't go to King Square, bro. Don't go to Tim. Bro, don't go there. They'll set you up, they'll rob you, they'll do this, and you won't go over there. People bad over there. People don't care about you. They take your life over there, throw you in a dumpster. My thing is, see, we heed that advice. We respect the power. We ain't got to agree with it, but we respect it. So my thing is, if you know Trump, if you want to convince me Trump is all these things, then all day, all I got is a bunch of Democrats calling him out his name, threatening him, saying all this crazy shit. But then you still want me to think he dangerous. Now, see, dangerous, you don't pet the dog if the dog got teeth. And all I'm saying is, if you said ICE, it's crazy like you say, why are you over there putting your hand in the ice Rottweiler's mouth? Why are they putting their hands in a Rottweiler's mouth? Playing a game of chicken. How does that help free anybody? How does that keep people from being deported? I'm trying to figure it out. See, that's the part no one's talking about as well. No one's discussing how this is all a big game to these people. These like big-ass kids. These women were acting like kids. This was fun to them. This is an activity. Let's go F with ICE. La 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 la. You seen it? They ain't the first ones to do it, throwing rocks at the cops. Ha ha! Look at this! Ha ha! Fucking pig! Then when the cops do something, you're like, I can't believe. Make your mind up. Make your mind up. I'm gonna go there. I do not feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for a child. I feel that it's sad that this person was dumb. And let's see what happens in court. Just because he did something wrong don't mean I feel sorry for you, because you did something wrong too. Because you could have been at work. You could have been writing petitions. You could have been at your legislator's office. You could have been making phone calls. You could have been doing a million different things. You didn't have to be out trying to physically taunt and block ICE agents while they do their job that they're hired to do by this administration. You didn't have to do that. There are people in other countries who do similar things knowing that's a death sentence. Knowing they're going to be captured and tortured to death. Maybe not just them, maybe their whole families. You do this shit in America. You keep telling me how America is this fascist country, all this shit, but you do things in America you would never do. Hey, folks, how many times I had to hear people shitting on Dave Chappelle because he said, I had more freedom to tell my jokes over there in India than I did, and what was he at? What was he at? Istanbul, no, what was he at? Saudi Arabia? Said he had more freedom to tell his jokes. Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Well, I'm trying to tell you, you ain't got all the freedoms you think you got in this country. At any moment, it's right back to the days when you don't matter. You don't matter. Now, as Black Americans, we're supposed to be aware of this always. It's always in the back of our heads that we are second-class citizens. That is, we've been second-class citizens in this country for so long, it has never changed. Okay? White women have been privileged, but still somehow they line up with us in the disenfranchised line, scooping up all our benefits from DEI to affirmative action all the time, even though they own slaves. They benefited just as much as white guys did from the system. Maybe not as much, but they were close second. Second most powerful people in America are white women. You know how many different types of people live in America? Second most powerful people in America are white women. And somehow they're considered disenfranchised. 95% of the time they marry white men. But they're fragile. So I'm having a problem with all the over-the-top self-righteousness and fake outrage over what took place. I didn't see it. Man. People, we're going to go down the list of all the dead black people. We're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to spare you the historical record of all the dead people's names we can rattle off. But it is a disrespect to the frailty of our mortality that we easily lose this precious thing called life. It is a slap in the face to how easily that can be taken when you play games like this. It's a phrase for it. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yeah, so this cop may in fact be guilty of manslaughter. He may be. But that don't bring her back. And she is not totally free of her own guilt, in my opinion. But we don't put the dead on trial. But I can still make my commentary and say my piece, because that did not have to happen. You weren't solving the immigration issue by taunting ICE. Right. Nothing was being solved by what you did, but it was fun for them to do. They appeared to be having fun. Let's keep going.
What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
And just real quickly, there are folks that are going to hear you say things like state-sponsored terrorism. You put out as a statement, literally, stop fucking with us, was your words. These are goons. And they'll say that is raising the temperature and actually puts some of this law enforcement officers in greater danger. What do you say to that?
I said what I said.
Okay. We got a problem. Which brings me to our next point. This is a representative out of Oregon. Not exactly a state known for extreme levels of violence and gangbanging activity. There's a state where Negroes weren't allowed until like 1970 or something. Couldn't own property, something like that. I actually been to Portland doing comedy. That was fun. Good times. But I was not there doing a gang rally. But you would think that that's what this woman is down for. Yeah, see, the Democrats are doing this thing, and it's, man, that's when I saw Jasmine Crockett with her cosplaying, and I saw how much attention she was getting from the Democrats and how this was elevating her, and all of media was playing into it. She a star. Because she dropped a couple F-bombs. What'd she do? What'd she do? She got daycare for all the kids, all the black babies? She got some jobs programs for black men? What she helped the maternal mortality rate? What'd she do? Oh, nothing, man. She just said Trump, fuck Trump. That's all. Something else? No, she said, well, she told the governor, you ain't gonna believe this. She said her governor's name was Hot Wheels. And you know, he disabled, he can't walk, so that was funny. No, that's all she did. That's it. Oh, but she called that white girl beach body, bad built beach body, butch built beach body. It said a bunch of B's in it. Then she then she trademarked it. Yeah. And she say stuff like, baby, talk to the head, baby. See, when I saw her doing that bullshit, I knew that this was going to come. I knew it was going to have a lot of other unimpressive people doing the same thing. And I also knew it was going to be a very fertile soil of a bunch of black women so eager to see black women successful. Because historically, what America has, how they position black women. I mean, the opportunities for black women are not as prevalent as you would believe if you watch movies. You know, when you watch a movie, you always see a black woman as a lawyer or something. You know, you see those movies, these shows, these new sitcoms, these whatever. You know, black women represent about 4% of women lawyers. 4. But every time you see a new series come up, there's a black woman that's a head lawyer at some major firm. But in reality, if there was 100 firms, maybe 4 of them would have black women in them. I don't know. Black men is roughly about the same amount. Yeah. It's even worse when we start looking at venture capital money and shit like that. We get like 2% of the venture capital money, but whenever you watch TV, you get this impression that black men and women are doing so well. We got all these companies. Look at us. We always on Shark Tank. We on Shark Tank hard. Yeah, we get like 2% of the real money. 2. Dose. Like 95, 94% of it goes to white guys. So when you put all this in perspective, I'm not dumping on black women as a whole because I'm giving you context for the opportunities that really exist. Even Jasmine Crockett herself says she got her job by selling herself her ability to do this shuck and jive routine. She said because it made her more relatable to the defendants that she would have to defend as a member of the court. He was like, "Yeah, I don't think I got nobody else that can talk to these Negroes. This is good. Yeah, we'll give you a shot." That's her words. It's been her superpower. So when I saw this, back to this lady, when I saw her doing this, all I could think was Jasmine Crockett. But see, here's the problem. This shit does not help us. In fact, it helps no one. In fact, the only person that helps is this lady right here. That's the only person that helps. It doesn't help us as a people, as a country, as a society, as a community, as black families that are needing financial resources. Nothing. It does nothing except, would I be covering this woman if she hadn't done that? That's why she did it. You think there are other words she could have used in? Shut the F up. Something like that. Some F-bomb shit. No, but she knew it helps get publicity. And did he set it up for her? I know, just to put it back out there. Yeah, you said, this is a bull effing whatever. Is there anything that you want to add? What about people that say this is negative and this is whatever? Here goes your next shot. When you make it, look, I'm gonna throw it real soft over the plate, real slow. Before I do, when you become popular as Jasmine Crockett, you will come back and do my show, right? Right? All right. What would you say to people that said, "Oh, what you said was too harsh"? I said what I said. Yep. She didn't say I said what I said because, hey, I'm going to fight for black people to get, I don't know, business loans. Yeah, we're going to get some business loans. We need some set-aside programs that actually help black Americans because black Americans were never compensated. No reparations were ever given to black Americans. So let's come up with something that's going to benefit black Americans. That's going to help the low-income black Americans, black Americans in the middle class, and black Americans that need to invest, or black Americans that want to go to school, or black America, anything at all. Let's do some solar programs like we do for the migrants. Let's do them for the only group of Americans that are not migrants. Besides Native Americans, but they already got theirs because they got casinos and shit, sovereignty. I'm talking about black Americans. Oh, that's not what she's standing on. They never stand on that. It don't pay bills. And you end up here like, you end out in the wilderness. You can't be a star. You can't make it at the top. You're going to be out the Democratic Party. You ain't going to have no money. That does not excuse the bullshit. Right? You don't get to, I'm not one of those people that give you extra consideration because you up against bad odds. Because, yeah, how could you fight for us? I'm not one of those people that do that. I know it's a lot of lames that make excuses for people that don't do what they say they're going to do. Fam, if you're not willing to use your position in a way that is ethical, go do something else. I'm sure it's something else you could do. Go be a writer, a doctor, a lawyer, a masseuse. Go be a masonist. Go be a beautician. I don't know. Do something. Do hair. I don't know. But don't pretend. Don't pose as somebody. Don't cosplay. As somebody that's going to be a change maker for black America, with all that black skin, all that melanin popping, right? Trying to throw in your street attitude just to do what? And the only thing you should talk about big and tough about? Get rid of ICE. Get rid of ICE. I wonder if she would talk tough like that for us. I'm just wondering And if you ain't gonna talk big for us, how about talk big for economics? For all of us, all the working class. What about that part? Why can't you talk tough, lady, about what you're gonna do for working class people? Why come when the money ain't right? Why aren't you saying F you? What about this money? Because the Democrats want to push all their chips to the middle of the table on migrants. That's why. Hell, man, I benefit more. At least we could benefit from an economic package, from some type of economic wins for the middle class. Maybe you could go hard on that. They don't curse. They don't shuck. They do not pull out the big guns for anything that helps working class people. Nothing. But for the migrants, if it ain't for trans kids, God bless them. And migrants, Democrats got nothing to say. They keep telling me about this democracy bullshit. Why do we care how many seats you got when you hold a seat and you don't do shit with it? Why should I give you money to get a seat in a role where you fight for people that don't look like me for causes I could give a shit about? And you're not even trying to solve the root problem. The root problem with immigration is, what we gonna do about that goddamn border? You don't want to deal with that. You want to say, oh, this is for everybody. So yeah, it's a problem, family. It's a problem. She's not alone, though. She is not on her own. I wish she was.
Okay.
Hey, look! Whoa!
Do this look like... these people don't respect authority. And that's fine. Don't respect authority. But if the cop hit you in the head with a baton, that's what we used to do when I was coming up. They beat the brakes off you. That's what they used to do. Maybe they can't do it now. It's got all these cameras out here and shit. I don't know. The people look afraid of ICE. This is the ICE truck. They jump on top of the truck. This is what they do, Johnson. This is what they do. I know Tim Wall says, protest like you always do, peacefully. Yeah, you don't think he saw that they do this shit? These are actually grown-ass individuals jumping on top of police vehicles. ICE agents' vehicles. Remember, they said the ICE agents are so dangerous, scary, 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 bad, bad, bad. Nazis. What is this? What is this? Mr. Nazi! Mr. Nazi! What is this? The Nazis got them dead eyes look at you. He look at you like you're not even a human being. What's the Richard Pryor say? Them Nazis is cold, Jack. Jack, them Nazis cold. Be like, Mr. Nazi, Mr. Nazi. I'll see you with the boots. Mr. Nazi. Mr. Nazi, turn around, look at your cold, them cold dead eyes. What is this? Oh, nothing. Just fucking around, Jack. Yep. Don't want no problem. See, now the narrative is ICE, ICE, baby. So dangerous, so deadly. It look deadly to y'all? I'm just asking. Don't seem like that to me.
Hey, look at down. Hit me. You fucking ran me off.
Oh, hell no. Oh, my God. This family should not wait.
See, it's a game to them. See, it's fun. You're bored. You mess with some Nazis. I mean, ICE agents. You're going to have a good time, man. It's a fun thing to do. Who needs video games? You get outside, get some sun, get some exercise, get the blood up. You know what I'm saying? Get some fresh air and go mess with the Nazis for a while. jump on their cars, call them names. You hear her? You trying to run me over? You see her? She on top of the car he driving. Didn't put in on the gas or nothing. Getting a free ride on the hood of the car. And then says, you're trying to hurt me. To normal people, it look like she's trying to hurt herself. But no, see, it's a game to them. I don't know if y'all noticed that. You can look at footage from the 60s. Black people fighting for real shit. You know what we weren't doing? Jumping on top of police cars, talking shit, laughing and joking. We was quiet as hell, clearing signs. I am a man. They hit my man John Lewis in the head, almost knocked his brains out his head. No jokes. Wasn't for fun. We go out his house. Famously, what had happened in I want to say Tulsa, Oklahoma was, I think they framed a young man, said that he assaulted a white woman. It's always a white woman. He said something, he bumped into her in the elevator. So, you know, they took him to jail. They planned to lynch him. And he, just so happens, this was after World War I in there. Soldiers had just come home, black soldiers that came home who fought for this country. And they said, you know what, we deserve better than this. You're not going to lynch that brother. We're going to go down there and stop this shit. So they got their guns. They went down to the jail, said, you're not lynching him today. And that, us standing up, putting our life on the line for that black man, made them more upset. They didn't go, oh, it's good to see you stand up for each other. That's how you do it. Oh, come on, Bob. They're standing up for themselves. Maybe maybe we should wait till a trial. You know, something. Maybe we should just lynch him and cut his nuts off and put him in his mouth. Maybe we should actually go through the legal procedure that's there. Isn't that right, Sheriff? Yeah, it would be a good idea, but I'm not saying you have to, because usually I just let you guys do what you want to do. Yeah, that's not what happened, though. Those black men saved that young man. They went home, and they were met by cops, civilians, all of them showed up to the hotel. Killed men, women, children, bombed houses. They even took a plane and flew that fucker and dropped it on the town. They robbed them, dragged them out of their houses. Some they shot even when they got them out their house. Took all their belongings because we stood up. See, this is not that type of situation. These mostly white young people or youngish people are doing this for fun. It's not life or death for them. It ain't even, to me, it's not even about immigrants. It's just about something to do. It's sick. It's a sick game. And you will not, and I'm trying to tell all black Americans, stand down. Stand your ass down. Because when they kill you, you're going to rope us into it. A lot of people thought that Renee Good was a black woman. They were reporting as such. Her full name, Renee Nicole Good. Sound like a sister. So we don't need to be roped into a situation. We got enough problems. She is not solving immigration by fucking with ICE, playing with ICE, taunting ICE, riding around being an irritant to ICE, jumping on their cars, blocking them in, having fun, shooting videos, sticking their hand in the alligator's mouth. Y'all saw what happened to Steve Byrne. What's his name? Steve? What's the guy, the crocodile hunter? Crocodile. What's the guy that used to mess with the animals and shit? That starfish got his ass, that swordfish, one time. Because you gotta always be ready. Nobody would say, let's kill all the fish now. Why did we go kill all the fish with that good white guy? I used to love him. The Australian dude who was out there with the animals, man, great guy, man, very engaging, informative, fun way. He would tell us about all the animals. I was sad when that happened, man. I was a young guy, man. I said, damn, man, what the hell happened to him? Fluke thing, man. A Fucking, he on a boat, that damn thing, that fish flew, had the nose like a knife and stabbed him in the chest. We didn't go exterminate all the fish because he knew the job was dangerous when he took it. He knew the risk. Sad, tragic. I guess we could have put the fish on trial. Hit him with some charges, maybe. Manslaughter. Negligent food cutting. Negligent eating or hunting for food or something. We could come up with something for that. But you get my point. I'm still trying to figure out what the hell is wrong with some of us. I don't mean no harm, man. I don't mean no harm, man. But what the hell is wrong with some of us? You don't got nothing else to do, sister. I met sisters like this. There's brothers like this too. Don't get it twisted. There's some brothers out here like this too. But I met a lot of sisters with a lot of time on their hands. Go start a business. Yeah, sisters, if you feel the need, no, hold on, man, hold on. I mean this shit, hold on. Black woman, if you over 50, 60 years old and you still out here trying to save the whales by fucking with the Democratic Party, let me help you out. Do something else. Yeah, go work in your community, help the kids. How about doing that? Stop being activated for the Democrats. Go do something that helps the kids. How about do that? Pick a thing. We're at the top of every bad list. You're at the bottom of every good list. And it seems like the only place y'all, a lot of these people, not all, it's a lot of black women doing a lot of great shit. Look, I don't have to say that. We already know it's a lot of great women doing it. But I'm telling you, in this space, because I've been doing this a long time, 15 years is a long time. How long you been doing what you been doing? Well, when you been doing it about 15 years, then talk to me. I've been doing this 15 years. I run across black woman after black woman after black woman, typically an older black woman, being an activist. Usually the activism is harassing and bugging the shit out of somebody like me to do a bunch of shit for them. They call that activism. Bugging me to get me to do something is considered activism. So they really need the definition of activism. You need to look at that again. But your time will be better spent not trying to facilitate the election of Democrats, not fighting for Democratic policies, not fighting for the elections or protections or the collection of Democratic selection, but actually working in your communities. And if not, go make some money. And then take that money, start a small business, take that money and help people. You ain't got to take the money and, I got money. You can take it and use it. But anything you do will be better spent than messing with the Democratic Party and doing shit like this. This doesn't make sense. Case in point.
Wait for justice. And remember, we fought for Jamar Clark. We occupied a precinct for Jamar Clark. We did not get justice for Jamar Clark. But when the city burned, after George Floyd, all of a sudden there were some charges. So for those who are on the media talking about, don't burn it down, don't set it on fire, let me tell you this, we need justice and we need it now. Yeah. Because what happens after that is on your hands. All power to the people.
You've called as we just...
You heard that right. And not so many words. She is saying we need to burn down some shit in Minnesota. It worked before. That's the solution. Now we need to fix immigration. We need to figure out why every other Democratic president until Biden was doing the same shit Trump doing, except not as loud, not as unruly, not as impolite, not as obvious. And a lot of that has to do with the media coverage. See, Obama was doing a lot of shit too. It was just quiet because he didn't really want you to know. He'd just do it. He didn't want a news cycle. He didn't run on doing it, but he did it. And he didn't hide from the fact he was doing it. Obama was supporting the hell out of people. Had people calling my show going, Mr. Black, I need your help, brother. You see, brother, Obama is a reporter in chief. Oh, he's a reporter in chief. He's a piece of shit. You have to do something. We have to get the word out about him. This is the solidarity movement of the brothers and sisters and Latinos and mother. I'm trying to keep up with the shit. It's 2012, 2013, man. They call my show, crank me, because I didn't have a screener on my phone calls. They call my show, get through the line, and give me an earful about how bad Obama was. So I know what's happening. Just that they didn't cover it on the MSNBC, CNN, so y'all didn't even know about the shit. But see, that's really what the fight is. It's not this shit right here. It damn sure don't mean tear down your community. It damn sure don't mean that. But that's the solution. So now if they come get her and lock her ass up, then I gotta do a GoFundMe. We gotta do GoFundMe. Because you want to put out wolf tickets, that the solution is we need to burn up some shit. And if this time, because back to my point, you told me Trump is Hitler. You say Trump want to lock down and do all these things and bring back slavery. Okay. Why are you helping him? If you say he's just looking for the opportunity to shoot us all in the street like dogs, and then your idea is we need to all get in the street to get shot by dogs, get shot like dogs. That's what we should do. We should all get in the street and get shot down like dogs because that's what we should do. We should go speed up the process. It sounds foolish to me.
All power to the people.
You've called, as we just heard, for ICE to get out of here. ICE clearly is not going to get out of here. So what happens next? How does this get better?
Well, look, right now, our first priority is to keep the people of Minneapolis safe. And we know that the underlying intention of ICE is not safety. It's not reducing crime. What it is to cause chaos and disruption in our city.
I thought it was to deport people. Yeah, man. Before this, it was I thought DHS, what was it, the INS? I thought it was the Immigration Naturalization Service, some shit. Oh, it's to create chaos in your city. This is the same guy that was crying at George Floyd's. He was crying at George Floyd's at his casket. Oh, he did a Patty Fay Baker. What's the somebody knows the preacher. He did one of I am sinned. He did one of those Baker. He milled down. So, oh God. Oh, he just blubbering. He had snot bubbles, Viola Davis style and fences. Over George Floyd. Oh, George, take me with him. Yeah, 2 months earlier, he was fighting for the cops to get off. Yeah, this guy, him right here. Him. He talking shit now because he got his head right, Democratic Party style. This same guy went from, well, maybe what he had to do, Floyd just would have cooperated. Then when Floyd died, then when the tide turned, and it was like, oh, we're going to get your ass out of office. He was on the, next thing I know, he on the casket. Oh, George. He was doing those cries with no sound come out. And now here we go. Main one talking smack. Main one, oh, we need to defend. We need to fight. The Democrats are not your friend. Neither are the Republicans. Okay? It's okay not to have friends. What did I tell you about having friends? It's about paper. What did I tell you? We are only friend, dummy. I know, Mia. Every time I start talking like that, May, Tim, if you stop calling people dumb and stupid. I know, May, I'm trying. You're right. Please. You're better than this. You know they're only happy to see you if you got money in your pocket. You know this. Right? Right. You was born at night. You were born at night, not last night. You know the game, right?
It's clearly they want to deploy additional military resources, and we're not going to take the bait.
I'm well aware of the role they play in having a city that is on edge and then reacting, but I'm curious about your role here as the mayor. The rhetoric we just heard, other things you have said. You've now got protesters in the street saying things like Nazis go home. How are you helping the situation calm down?
What I appreciate about this situation right now is we in Minneapolis are all singing with one accord, which is, one, we are going to stand up for our immigrant community. Two, we're going to keep people safe. And three, we're not going to take the bait. If you've watched how a lot of these protests have carried out, this is not some repeat of what we saw in 2020. What we see is that people saying, hey, hang on a second, ICE wants us to take the bait. They want us to screw up, do something wrong, and then ultimately see even greater military presence in our city.
But we've seen...
I understand that Vice President Vance believes that shooting a young mother of 3 in the face 3 times is an acceptable America that he wants to live in, and I do not. And that is a fundamental difference between Vice President Vance and I. I do not believe that the American people should be assassinated in the street. Thank you. Vice President.
And now,
American people should not be assassinated. Now she was assassinated. Damn. I had to wrap my head around the fact that people said Charlie Kirk was assassinated. I had to wrap my head around it. Okay. You know, okay. Technically, okay. I guess you could say that. He was a public figure. The way he was shot, I guess you could say that. Assassinated. That's what happened here, AOC. Ed Hesh was assassinated. Is that what we're saying? I don't think that's what happened here. I think what happened here is a cop did what a lot of cops do. I just covered a story. Ryan Hinton was shot by a cop. He wasn't assassinated, just shot. Just crazy talk. But I do agree with her about this. I do agree with this. See, I could disagree with all that, but I agree with this. J.D. Vance coming out here at the early point that he did, without having any corroborating evidence, without a trial, very haphazardly, very disrespectfully, very much unprofessionally, jumping on the side and saying, hey, this was this, the cop was justified, all this bullshit. That is something, he should have never done that. That was wrong. Totally dead wrong. I don't want people to misconstrue me. That was wrong what J.D. Vance did. That shit right there should not be tolerated. It's shameful that he would jump out here and say that. There was no reason in the world for him to do that. That's totally lack all ethics. There has been no trial. There's been no investigation. You saw one clip. I mean, I don't even think they had cleared their scene before this guy came out and said, oh, the cop looked like he did the right thing to me. He should do more of that. That's good stuff. Okay, back to what I was doing. Now, that's not the way things need to be done. Okay? So I agree with that part of her statement. And if she only would have said that, I would have left that alone. But now this she got to say, oh, she got assassinated and all this other. Come on, man. If that's the case, there are a lot of assassinations that occur in America. Everybody shot by cops could say they're assassinated. That's not what happened. All right. So she kind of doing the same game. See what I'm saying? It's kind of the same game because Vance is going one way, exaggerating. He don't have proof of that. There's been no investigation. And she's doing it the other way. There's been no proof the other way. So she went a hard left, he went a hard right, and they're both wrong. And it's okay to say they're both wrong. That's not fence sitting. That's the truth. They're both garbage. And both parties can be garbage at the same time. It doesn't have to have a good party. All you can have is your interest, what's important to you, and you ride on that. Meanwhile, we need to build other alternatives. Let's keep going, Johnson. People say, Tim, I know you like AOC. There we go. That's a good reason right there. She's full of shit. That's why.
Tensions are flaring even higher in Portland, Oregon, after a Border Patrol agent shot a married couple there. At least 6 people were arrested yesterday and overnight during protests in Portland. And according to DHS now, the border agents there were conducting a quote-unquote targeted vehicle stop of this married couple. They accused the couple of both being connected to the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua and claimed that during the stop, the driver tried to run over the agents, and that is why one of them fired a, quote, defensive shot. No agents were injured in this. The married couple, they were both shot, one in the arm, one in the chest. Both are in the hospital, and local leaders now are demanding that ICE and other federal agents leave the city.
If any law enforcement agent, any ICE agent, is going to come to Philly to commit crimes, then you can get the F out of here. Because if you do that here, I will charge you with those crimes. You will be arrested. You will stand trial. You will be convicted, whether it's in state or federal court. It's my office prosecuting it. That's how the law works. And you will do your time because Donald Trump cannot pardon you for a state court conviction. Do you hear me, ICE agents? Do you hear me, National Guard? Do you hear me, military? You're going to jail if you commit crimes in the city of Philadelphia. You will be accountable. The law applies to all of you. And I know that there are honest, decent, moral law enforcement officers out there by the bushel, including in ICE. This is not for you. This is for any one of your colleagues who thinks they are above the law.
Yeah, come on, Johnson. Hey, only problem I have, look, I agree. If somebody breaks the law, if one of these cops breaks the law, I look at ICE, I look at all cops. If a cop breaks the law, they should be held accountable for it, right? Citizens get held accountable when we break the law, don't we? So I have no problems with that. But see, this whole thing with the ICE is, if they break the law, doing an ICE tactical whatever, that's not breaking the law. It's not breaking the law to go and whatever they're doing. People are stopping them for just doing their jobs. Is that illegal what they're doing? Now, if you shoot somebody unwarranted, that's breaking the law. But just doing a job of executing a warrant of removal is not illegal. In fact, that is the law. So part of my problem with the Democratic Party, and this guy, Larry Krasner, is the DA of Philadelphia, is they're running interference. They're just covering for the bad policies of the Democratic Party because they want their lawns cut. They don't mind that the trade jobs all went to migrants. They think it's good. People building houses cheaper. People get a discount. Labor's cheaper. Maybe his friends got a couple contracts, helping new arrivals to the country get their GEDs or get their driver's license or get their CDLs or whatever the hell. It's a lot of games going on. Imagine all the money that's coming into people's pockets. Just like the Somalis You think that was some money? Oh. You know, all the money that was made by organizations with migrants when they came through with the boatloads undivided. Woo! Billions of dollars. Massachusetts don't even know how much money they spent. It's like, we just spent it all. That's all. We don't know. We have no idea how much we spent. It was a whole lot. What's the name? Mary Chu or some Margaret Cho or something? I don't know. Woo. Name is Woo. She's like, I don't remember. Because I remember watching it. I watched Brandon Johnson, Eric Adams, and somebody from the mayor of Massachusetts. No, Boston. Boston, that's not a mayor, it's a governor. Boston. She's like, oh, we don't even keep track. So a lot of money has been going. So a lot of that money, a lot of the fees and services that are needed for people that newly come to the country, there are organizations that make a lot of money doing this. The government just, here you go. You handle housing, you handle shots, you handle food, you handle medical, nurses. We had health companies making millions, if not billions of dollars, providing vaccinations for people who came over. Just that alone. Like topples, like the money they made on Somalis in 10 years. And this shit like in 4 undivided. So it's a lot of this same corruption going on everywhere we look. He's not talking about that. He's not talking about the corruption. He don't care. Back to Larry Krasner. Krasner, why aren't you discussing the fact that when you taunt and interrupt and obstruct, and you're out here, and if you interact with a vehicle, if you do X, Y, Z, that those protesters also will be dealt with, because that's part of it. If the lady would have just pulled over, I know it sounds bad. If it just would have complied, but you know, Philando Castile was not an activist. He was a guy trying to go home. Don't put, here you go, don't put Renee Good in the same bucket as a Philando Castile. Philando was just coming home from work. That's all he was doing, going to take his girlfriend and her baby out to dinner. No, Renee Good and her partner, they are part of an organization that fucks with ICE. Philando was not playing games with the fans when he got shot and killed in his own car. It's a difference. So too many times, Democrats are lining up things, trying to make them the same, but it ain't apples to oranges. Okay? Apples to Cracker Jacks. Totally different thing. That's not what happened. So I'm not saying if you just complied. Philando Castile did comply. Philando Castile was shot in his car. Totally different situation. He was not taunting. He was not on a mission from God to try to stop the immigrants and let ICE know who's the boss and we need to push back. And he wasn't doing none of that with the feds. He was just trying to get his ass home. So anyway, I just want to put that out there because I've heard a couple people, we talked about it on the show yesterday. I just want to kind of address it. Stop equating black people's shit to migrants. Stop doing it. Stop comparing deportations to being black in America. It ain't the same thing. All right, let's keep going, family.
Yeah, she was an ICE watch warrior who trained to resist the feds before the shooting, part of a group of activists who worked to document and resist the federal immigration crackdown. She moved to Minneapolis last year, and she linked up with this anti-ICE activist group through her 6-year-old son's woke charter school, apparently. The school boasts that it puts social justice first and involves students in political and social activism.
Yeah, and we're seeing this now in Minneapolis, but we've seen this in Illinois, ICE out of Chicago. We saw it in California, a group called ICE out of California. And Vice President Vance is right to question whether or not there is a much larger...
Before, I just want to talk about her a little bit, too. She was on, so this poet, they told us she was a poet who just panicked. Really? She was a trained activist who is a warrior leader of anti-ICE operations.
Hey, Congressman. What's going on, man? What the fuck is up with ICE murdering a woman in Minneapolis? She has a name, right? Renee Good. Looks like she was a mom of 3 and had every right to go see her kids last night. And instead she's dead.
Why?
And of course, this is what happened when you have a president who surges his thugs into our communities, masked, unidentified. And I guess you're lucky now if all that happens is you're thrown in the back of a van or you're dragged by your hair through the streets, because now they're just shooting people in the face and bodies are piling up. And we have to do something about it. We're not helpless. None of us are helpless. We have to strip these guys of their immunity that makes them feel like they're invincible. We have to ban masks and...
Oh! Y'all hear that? You know, every once in a while, I used to be a progressive. I was never a Democrat. I was somebody believing in these progressive policies. Yeah, people make mistakes. Until I realized the only thing they were progressive about was black people. Progressive about LGBTQ, about women, about immigrants, migrants, Palestine. They were not progressive about us. This is a good point. He's one of the progressive guys. He wants to run for, what is it, governor of California? You heard him talking about he wants to get rid of qualified immunity for ICE. You know how long black people were trying to get a qualified immunity to end for us? You know, just regular cops with. For police in general. I have never heard Eric Swalwell talk about getting rid of qualified immunity for citizens. But for ICE, yeah. Folks, you don't think that there are unmarked vehicles, unmarked cops that jump out on regular people all the time? They're called jump outs. It's a name for it. It happens so often in the hood that there is a name for it. They're called the jump outs. Before ICE existed, there have been unmarked cars. You had to watch a couple movies where you saw cops with unmarked cars. Remember Training Day? How were they dressed? How were they dressed in Training Day? Hoyt and Lorenzo, they were dressed like regular people, right? See? Same thing. Nobody was like, who they? I have no idea who they are. They could just be random people. Right? Fam, the Democrats are so brazen that don't give a shit about black America. Fam, all you got to do is listen. All you got to do is listen, man. This is a slap in the face. You know what? Mark to my heel. I know you know better. All of them. All of the... Bakari, you hear this shit? They want a unqualified immunity for ICE. He not talking about us. For non-citizens. He wants them to be safe. And make cops be held accountable. Fam. It's like when they talk about the number of ICE detainees that would have died in custody in these detention centers. When I did my research on it, they don't have the numbers for 2025. I'll give you that. But there's never been more than like 20 people a year. Like 200 people a day die. I don't know, some crazy number of people that die in prisons, in penitentiaries across the country. Not even across the country, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll say across the country. It's a lot of people that die every year in police custody that are not in detention centers. In fact, if you want to survive jail, it'd be good for you to be transferred to an ICE detention center. Most of them are newer. Yeah. And you got a lot better chance of surviving. But anyway, that's not the point. The point here is it takes a very thick skull. It takes a lot to ignore. And I know what it is. If all you're focusing on is Trump, it will make you forget and overlook how bad the Democrats are. This is a congressperson fighting for the right to end qualified immunity for ICE, but not for regular cops that fuck with us. That's a problem. Because we built the country. We are building the country. We pay for the country. We are American citizens. But that's not who he wants to go to bat for. You understand what I'm saying? If this woman was an American citizen, if she had not been an activist, an immigration watch activist, whatever she was, they weren't coming there looking for her. No one was trying to, they only did that because she'd been fucking with him all this time, blocking and obstructing impeding their progress, impeding their mission. That's why they wanted her to get out the car. They're fed up with her and those two doing that. But in the normal circumstances, they're not getting pulled over by ICE. So this law, what Eric Swalwell, Representative Swalwell, is suggesting, what he wants done is to assist immigrants. Because, they get dragged down the street. They get shot by the face. They're getting executed. Fam, if the number of people that have died at the hands of ICE, look, we would be lucky. Let me put it this way, but go back to the tape, fam. But American citizens, all my working class people, all my regular working folks, my people that don't have a trust fund, my people that do not live in gated communities, you would be so fortunate. All of us would be so much safer if the numbers of us being killed by cops were equivalent to what happens with ICE people, with migrants. Who you think dies at the hands of cops more? ICE detainees or migrants or us? I'm just going to say black people, but we can say all Americans. We already know the answer to that question, don't we? We don't really got to look, right? Because we already know. But as long as it gets you focused on a distraction, it gives us something else to talk about. And he's not even he's not even considering, it just sounds crazy. Because we were trying to get a qualified immunity bill done for how long in this country? For American citizens. And now you talking about we need to fight for the migrants. Hey, how about go get the one done for us first? Because the problem is like 20 times bigger. It impacts people that actually elected your ass. I mean, I don't know, it is California, so they do allow undocumented people to vote in California. I can't stand this guy, man. I don't know why y'all be impressed. It's like, how are people being impressed with this guy? What is impressive about Eric?
Require them to show their faces, and we have to make sure they're prosecuted locally. Otherwise, they're going to just roam around terrorizing people, terrorizing women, terrorizing moms, and no one with a mom or a wife or a dog.
Terrorizing them. You mean deporting people? I'm sorry, guys. He doesn't want us to have a border policy. That's all. He does not want a border policy.
Daughter should have to think about that, and no woman should have to go through that. So, yes, to ICE, my message is stay the fuck out of California. I think that's the message that
Yeah, you got to put that F-bomb in there, man. Yeah. See, the memo went out, and I know there's a mailing list and Democrats sending each other. The word for the day, for the month of January, let's start, everyone use F-bombs. That's why we want to do some fundraising. We got to do fundraising as we lead up to the midterm elections, and what we're going to need to do, everyone, I need you to stop being scared to curse. That means you, Elizabeth. I don't like to curse. I don't like cursing. That means you. Clyburn, you got to curse. I don't feel like cursing. I don't curse. I'll say other words. I'm a believer. I do not use the F-bomb. That's the thing. That's the memo. Everybody's got to do it. Barack Obama probably called him up. Oh, listen. Hey, let's get everybody together. Come on. Got to come up with a new strategy. I was talking to Michelle. You guys got to start letting hang loose. Yep. Drop an F-bomb or something. Come on. Amy, stop shaking. Looking like Katharine Hepburn. Stop shaking. Use the F-bomb. Hey, come on, everybody. Use F-bombs. It's going to let them know you mean business. Let them know you're serious. Michelle, come on. Play some Fuck the Police. Come on, play it. Straight from the underground. I got it bad because I'm brown. Body's all hard on. So with the sword on. In them teeth. All right, family, let's keep going. I'm sorry. Got carried away.
Every leader has to deliver across the country because we're better than them. We're going to get through this, and there's going to be good on the other side. But right now, we need leadership, and we need to go on offense.
Somebody told him he was interesting.
Attention ICE. Let me just say something that most journalists will not say. They can't say it. I understand that. But I'm an independent journalist now, so I can't say it. Fuck off, ICE. Fuck all the way off.
Ooh, he said the F word. Look what he can say. He gets to say it. Oh, Dawn gets to curse. Don is courageous. Don, you are Mitch. Yeah, you're Mitch. You are Mitch. I didn't want to, you know.
You are low-life losers, and you feel empowered by your dear leader, Donald Trump. You have never had this position of power before. Small person.
Small person. Man, I got no problems with people being gay or anything. No problem with it. There's got to be levels. Like, you know what I'm saying? You, small person, shimmying out till you talk tough shit.
And you are treating people in an inhumane way, and you don't even understand why, because you're too dumb to figure it out. You are the poorly educated that Donald Trump loves. That's who you are. And you're out there doing his bidding, doing things that are illegal, doing things that are unconstitutional, doing things that are inhumane, like killing someone.
Like killing someone. Someone. Man, it is such a slap in the face. This guy pointing his finger at people. Do you realize how many people America kills every day? We let people die just because they don't have enough money. Don, you shut all the way the fuck up. You had a platform where you talked to millions of people every night. You know what you did with it? Nothing. You coward. You bia. You sucker-ass company guy. Cowardly losers. Talk about losers. You are spineless, shape-shifting moron. That's what you are. Two-faced, backstabbing, uninteresting, boring-ass, flapjack, Gorma pile-ass, lame, soft shoe, phony. You're all those things. You're all those things. And I'm just so tired of people pretending just because you have brown skin that you represent something. Man, I've been seeing through you for 10 years ago. You are horrible. All the people that buy into you are people that buy into anything. It's so obvious that you are a soulless square. This guy's got probably sitting on $100 million. And he didn't leave CNN till CNN left his ass. You lame. You independent because you got fired. You didn't say, I'm tired of this CNN bullshit. I would have took that. This guy gets to act high and mighty. Motherfucker, I respect people who change their opinions, who change how they are, who change their philosophies, their ideologies. I get that. It takes courage to say, you know what? I was doing it this way. I no longer want to do it this way. I've seen the light, and I made a change. I have redirected myself. This is the way I'm going now, and I'm willing to pay the price to make that change. I did that. Wasn't easy. It took 5 years to turn this damn caravan around. To go from the people with the purple hair to the people with the red hair. To go from white women with blue hair to black women with great hair. Or, you know, instead of whatever kind of hair they want to have. Or their natural hair. There you go. To go from white girls with purple hair, and white guys too, because they do some crazy shit, to black women with their natural hair that comes out their heads. You know how long that took to get that Democrat to turn? I had to get out the car and physically lift that motherfucker around and had to lift it all the way around and cut it out the way. I was like, I show speed in Tanzania, wherever he's at, trying to pull that damn car. You seen that? I know I show speed has done a lot of sandboat activity, but I like what he's doing in Africa. It's good to see it. If for no other reason, just to see how Africans get there. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. But anyway, back to my point. I got respect for somebody who changes their trajectory, who goes through the difficult task of switching, of actually, not that Marjorie Taylor Greene bullshit, not that. Not that, not this corny political shit, where people just, Megyn Kelly bullshit. Oh, I'm a Republican. Oh, now I'm on the MSNBC. Oh, I'm a Republican again. Not that. I'm talking about people that truly have to develop a new audience, who have to develop a new ideology, who do that from the ground up, who lose friends, family, loved ones, money, status, whatever. Don Lemon did not do that, family. He did not make a decision. The decision was made upon him. And from the decision was made upon him, he's got a show. He uses bolder language. He's still the same hack he always was. He has not changed. He has not become more revolutionary. He just gets to say F-bomb. Before it was like, ICE is bad, ICE is horrible, ICE is bad, ICE is horrible, Trump is mean. Now it's Trump is fucking mean, ICE is fucking horrible. And that's supposed to be a difference? It's not a difference, Johnson. It's the same thing. You just think it makes you tough. Tough is actually standing for something, Don. Tough is something you have never been, Don. I doubt you've ever been tough in your entire life, Don. Tough to work with. So they put your ass on the graveyard shift. You went from having a night show to having a show at 5 a.m. Yeah, that's because you were tough to deal with. Put them 2 women on your show, which you went from having your own show to having a show of 3. Yeah, just wanted you to quit on your own. They didn't want to give you all that money there, Don. See, Don likes talking to people that don't know anything about how shit works. Don lies. He just doesn't tell the truth. And he counts on people being uninformed, the ill-informed, the misinformed. And he deforms reality. Anyway, we're almost done, Johnson. Let's finish up with him. Now, remember, guys, I didn't tell anybody to share this shit tonight. You should have. I meant to tell you. I know we're pretty much done, but share the show somewhere. Let people know that you're watching the Tim Black Show. This is the most dangerous show in America. And I'm going to prove it at the end. Let's finish up with Don. I think we got one more after Don.
Because you're pissed off, because this person may be notifying people that you're in the area trying to round people up. That is that person's First Amendment right to do. You can do that as an American, but maybe not in Donald Trump's America. You are fat fuck losers who just crawled out of a trailer park. from some Proud Boy meeting, or if not worse, some other group that could be worse than him. You are thugs, jack-booted thugs.
I don't understand how sanctuary cities, honestly speaking, I got to educate myself in it. I don't understand how sanctuary cities are allowed in this country. I really don't. I don't get it. If there's federal laws that mandate that, you know what, you can't cross the border illegally, there shouldn't be sanctuary cities saying, yes, you can. It just shouldn't be. I mean, one way or another, pick one. You either can or you can't. But it shouldn't be federal government says no, but you say yes, so you get to usurp the authority of the federal government, and we're still calling ourselves a nation of laws. Well, which laws? It makes no sense. That's where I'm coming from, Andy.
I live in Los Angeles.
You got 30 seconds, Andy. Andy, you got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Never voted once or was given the offer to vote for or against sanctuary city or state. I think it's a bunch of baloney.
Yeah. I don't blame you for feeling that way, because the American people should have an opportunity to vote on it. You're absolutely right. I didn't even know that was the case, Andy, until you just told me. You understand? How you a sanctuary city just by declaring yourself to be a sanctuary city, but the citizens in the city didn't even vote on it? That doesn't seem to be the American way.
Yeah, you know you're in trouble when Stephen A. Smith is the voice of reason. Like, oh shit, we are bad off. Somebody might need to take us behind the barn and put it into this. Stephen A. makes more sense than Don Lemon. Yes, he does. Well, only the problem is next week, if he gets backlash next week, he'll say the opposite. Stephen A. Smith, he's so bad. One day he'll be saying the right shit. Next day he'll say this today. Next week he'll be wearing a sombrero, eating some ceviche. And he'll tell you, I ain't messing up my money. No way. I'm messing up my money. I'm not gonna mess up my money. Why would I do that? Why would I mess up my money? I gotta keep my money. I like money. Why would I do that? Yeah, but Stephen A's got a point. It doesn't make sense, and that's kind of like, we're kind of ending where we started off tonight's show. Folks, we got to look at the bigger picture of this. And the bigger picture is, this is allowed to happen, fam. Everything that you've seen happen this week, remember, it was intentional. Okay? The ICE guy, don't tell, oh, he only had 3 seconds. He decided to shoot 3 times. Headshots to people with no weapons. It was intentional that he shot. I don't want to hear that, oh, it was a split second. He had to save his life. Could just deal like this. Oh, shit. Danger? No danger. See, we're not going to, if we don't keep it real, we're as bad as them. And the young women, the Thelma and Louise, they did what they wanted to do. Drive, baby, drive. Drive, baby, drive. You got baby shot. Now you got to live with that. That's right, you got to live with that. You got baby shot. Drive, baby, drive. When I was I don't even know if I can tell you this story. No one story. It's a real story. When I was 18 years old, a friend of mine, he had family in Virginia. And a very good friend, his name was Jay, and Jay lived in Virginia. And Jay's was a white guy, right? His stepfather was black. His mom had remarried, and they moved, and they lived in the area near us. And that's how I met him. But his real father, his birth father, his father, lived in a place called Catlett, Virginia. Catlett. Or was it Warrenton? It may have been Warrenton, Virginia. But it's down there, right? And I had never really been there. I was like, oh, yeah, let's go. He's like, look, man, we need to go to my dad's house. He said, I want to go to my dad's house and pick up some shotguns. I say, shotguns? Yeah. We in these streets. We 18. He was like 19, I'm 18. Yeah, let's go. We go down to Warrenton. Long drive. Go down to Warrenton. We got a case of beer. We're drinking beer on the way, and we probably should have did that. We were tore down. We stopped to go to the bathroom in a bowling alley. I don't know where we were, but it was rural Virginia. We go in, we use the bathroom, we come out, and there's no one around in the bowling alley. Bowling alley is, no one's at the counter, and we stood at the counter for a while, waited at the counter because we wanted to order some fries or something. And I swear, man, I feel bad. I feel bad about this. But we were drunk. We were kids. Hey, man, we should take some. He's like, yeah, what should we take? See if you get it open. Take $20. Okay. Nobody coming. It ain't working. Damn. Okay. We'll just take the whole cash register. Yeah, that's cool as shit. Let's take the whole cash register. Ha ha ha. So we unplugged the cash register and ran out the store. We put the cash register in the trunk of the car. We got in the car and turned the ignition, and boom! At the front of our car, in front of our car was a guy with a bowling shirt on or something with his name on it. Yo, stop! Now, Jay was driving. I was the passenger seat. I was like, man, I ain't trying to go to jail, man. Get out of here. Drive, Jay, drive. He said, no. But see, he's a white guy. And like Dave Chappelle said, if you're going to do something bad, make sure you got a white guy with you in case somebody's got to talk to the cops. He got out the car. He said, hey, man, sorry we did that. He said, shut up. Where's our cash register? He said, hey, man, it's just a prank. Me and my friends, a prank. We didn't mean anything by it. Here's your cash register, sir. I feel really bad about it. It was his idea to begin with. I feel really bad, sir. Shouldn't have did this. We're just joking, me and my friend. Honest, we didn't mean to do it. We didn't mean any problem. We didn't mean anything by it. Just a prank. Hey, get out of here. Never come back. I mean it. Next time you steal my register, I'm calling the cops. 18 and 19 years old. We had more sense. Yeah, the stealing part, bad. But we both knew it was better than running that guy over. We knew it was better. He wasn't a cop. We could have just reversed, skirt out, but no. We had another option. That option was we could just give him back the cash register. It was a fun prank, but it was not worth it. It's a rural, it's the middle of the day. He probably had $20 in it. I don't know. Wasn't like robbing a bank, but it was wrong. I'm not trying to justify it, but it sure was funny. Damn sure gives me a good story to tell, doesn't it? And I lived to tell the story. We didn't go to jail. We got off. So as I listened to all the rhetoric surrounding the young ladies, Thelma and Louise, I'm reminded of my own story. Now, of course, we were 20 years younger than these sisters when they decided they wanted to not listen to the cops who had guns pointed at them. We had a guy who wouldn't point anything at us. And we said, this is not a good thing to do. Don't tell me these women couldn't come up with a better solution. And I know, you want to blame ICE. Yeah, I know. I've been in some situations. We had to make split decisions. Split-second decisions. We made those decisions. Don't tell me these women couldn't have made better decisions. Is it because they're white women they get to not make better decisions? Tamir Rice, 12 years old, playing with a toy gun at the park. There were people saying, what was he doing with the toy? Why does a kid have a toy at the park? Where was his parents? He's playing with a toy at the park. Those same people are not saying that about Renee Good and her friend. Drive, baby, drive. Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall. At the end of the day, you got to also recognize, as I pointed out, that nothing that happens in this country happens by accident. We're too rich. We're too wealthy. Always remember that. We print our own money. Anything that goes neglected is because we chose it to. I disagree with a lot of things that Senator Nina Turner says, especially the new Nina Turner, but she'll always be my friend. And when I do agree, I agree with this, something she says, and I wholeheartedly agree with her. Poverty is a policy decision. And so many other things are policy decisions. What's going on at our border is a policy decision. Where we are now is the result of policy decisions by both parties, no matter what it is, fam. Lack of health care, policy decision. Discrimination on the job, policy decision. Black people being 40% of the homeless rate in Los Angeles, though we're only 7% of the population. Policy decision. At the end of the day, that's the facts. We can get caught up in culture war nonsense, or we can accept these realities. These are the realities. My name is Tim Black. My name is Tim Black. You've been watching the most dangerous show in America. Let's go to comments, man. It's Friday. Thank y'all for spending some time on your Friday. I know you had other things you could do, fam. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to go to jointimblack.com. Become a member of the most dangerous show on the internet. You ain't going to get these crazy stories anywhere else because they're mine. What up? You know you like a family with me. I told you that. I'll tell everybody that now. Tim, I thought you were a good guy. I was dumb and young. I did dumb things. You never did that dumb. It was dumb. Not as dumb as some people. Hey. What the hell? I got so many. I can't even get to. I got so many comments, so I can't even get to the bottom of the comments. Thank you, Black Mama, for supporting the show, sis. Backdorian. Yeah, that's that 5150 show. 5150 stand up. No matter how many times I disagree with Corey Holcomb, man, I always got to come back and laugh, man. That brother is funny to me, man. That's who stuffed him in the locker. Steven Flip Flop. Yes, he is. Absolutely, fam. Dr. Nito, thank you, fam. Yes, he is. Stephen A., even a broken clock is right twice a day. Sherry Covington. Black Rose. WD, what's up, fam? Calvin. Thelma and Louise, fam, that's right. Who's this? Miss Kitty Catty. MC. What's up, MC? Drop some lyrics. Yo, 5150 in the house. Lack of health care. Yes. Black boy B1, 5150. Well, who's this person right here? Boss player. There it is. And we're going out on a high note with WD with a super chat. Thank you, fam. I appreciate you. Thank you, WD, in the building. That's it, man. Enjoy y'all weekend. Please do that. Please stay safe. Please don't taunt. Look, don't feed the animals. Don't stick your hand in a Rottweiler's mouth if you can help it. Don't tickle the pit bull, the strange pit bull's tummy. What are we doing here, Johnson? If you want something to do, play spinner. Oh, no, play Twister. What's it, Twister? Play I Declare War or something. Get some deck. What happened to get a bottle of jacket, some Uno cards, playing Truth or Consequences? There's all types of things to do. You ladies could have come up with all types of things to do. You don't have to go poking the polar bear. Polar bear. Man, polar bear. Oh, he scratched me. That damn polar bear kill him. What's wrong with people? You're in a privileged position to learn a thing or two. You got to be a sheep or a wolf. All right, guys, I'm done. I'll see y'all next week. Well, Sunday, next week is Sunday. Okay. I'll see y'all next week. That's it. That's all. Remember, don't let anybody take your cornbread. Stay courageous, stay bold, and most of all, stay dangerous. That's right, Johnson. My BS detector is always plugged in and ready to activate. I love y'all. Remember, everybody's got reasons for doing what they do. Here's just some of mine. I'll see y'all on the next one. My people, my people, my people.